Jennifer Roberts here, Pod Queen. And today I want to talk about kind of managing your inner man. Managing just maybe some negative emotions, if you will. I think often we can have things in our heart that we don't think are that big of a deal. But in reality, as time goes by, those little tiny seeds of bitterness can grow up and they can become just rooted in, and they begin to block the sun, so to speak. So you can't see clearly, your perspective can become askew, and I just want us to honestly look at our heart and to address some of the issues that may choke us, that may try to drown out the way we're meant to express ourselves, the way that we're meant to run on this race. And you know, I think about it is a rare gift when a believer is older and they're still fiery and in love with Jesus, and if you find that person sit under their feet. Because as I've discovered, I turned 43 yesterday, so it's like this whole different year. I don't know if I look older or not. Anyway, so as I get older, I'm realizing I have more opportunities for offense. I've lived longer. I've been around people longer. I've been around situations. I've been around disappointment more than I had at 19. And so as you age, you have more opportunity to become offended. And I think that is such a dangerous reality that we need to look at. And so, you know, like I said, it's a rare gift when you find someone who's older in the Lord and who has a clean spirit, who has learned to govern negative emotions, negative experiences. They've been able to walk through forgiveness with freedom in it. And so we need to end strong. It is easy. Believe me, it's easy to start strong. It is difficult to end strong. And I've been a believer since just before I turned 16. And I have run hard, and I had obstacles in my journey I had no idea would be there when I first gave my life to the Lord. I had many opportunities to throw in the towel and say I quit. And I just want to urge you, I want to say to you today, let's get serious about the things that no one sees but that God sees. Let's get serious about those areas of our lives that are growing in the dark, if you will. And I think about how powerful unforgiveness is, and how powerful unforgiveness turns into bitterness. Bitterness turns into cynicism. And then pretty soon you're grumpy, young people bug you, you're like youthful zeal, whatever. I don't want to be that old person. I want to be that person that every year has had an opportunity to grow more in my capacity to contain more of Jesus. Not choke out the life of God within me because I haven't done a good job managing the garden of my heart. So I just want to read this passage. Hebrews 12 is one of my favorite chapters in the Bible. It is so rich and deep, and it's practical on so many levels. And so it starts out, first of all, Hebrews 11 is talking about the heroes of the faith. Those that have gone before us, those that have paved the way, so to speak, and we can look to them as an example of how to live our life. And so it starts out, therefore, since we're surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses, so that therefore is referring to chapter 11, that the great cloud of witnesses, it's Elijah, it's David, it's Moses, it's all the heroes of the great. They're watching you live your life. Isn't that good news? I mean, really, they're cheering you on. I think that's fun. I just imagine Moses calling, come on, Jennifer, you can do it. Part that Red Sea. Thanks, Moses. It's just fun. Think about that. Anyway, little word picture. The Pod Queen loves to think in pictures. So, since we're surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which so easily entangles and ensnares us. So I memorize it in different versions so I get tripped up when I read it in this. So because we're surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses, let's throw off everything that hinders us. Every area of unforgiveness, every area of known sin that we are cognitively aware of, get rid of it. Confess it. Cut it out of your life. Get rid of those things. It's not cute. It will trip you up. I want you to end strong. I want you to end a love with Jesus. Those little areas that we think, not a big deal. It will be a huge, big deal if we don't uproot them now. We need to deal seriously with those areas in our life because we will spin out of control if we let these things go unchecked. So, since we're surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses, we have heroes that have gone before us, let's get rid of this stuff. Let's throw it off. Now, it's unbelievable. This whole chapter is so good. I like how it says, let us run with perseverance, or let us run with endurance the race marked out for us. Perseverance and endurance, it wouldn't be there if it meant it was going to be easy all the time. It means get a vision to end strong. Get a vision to end more in love with Jesus than you are currently now. We need to have a vision for our heart and God. That needs to be the primary vision we live from. Not how big is my money, or how big is my bank account, how big is my ministry, how successful are my children, how clean is my house. No, how big is my heart towards God? Can I have more of Him? Can I contain more of Him? And the things that will take you out of this race is unforgiveness and bitterness. For real. For real. And so I see those areas in my life. There are times where I sit back and I'm reflecting on my life and I'm realizing so slowly that area of unforgiveness has crept itself around my ankle and it's slowing me down. And I start to look at people and I imagine, well, I can just avoid them. If I see them, no big deal, I've totally forgiven them, whatever. No, I haven't. The fact that I'm planning how not to see them at the party means I still have an issue there. Let's be honest with God. Let's be honest with ourselves. Our very vitality, our spiritual vitality depends on it. If you want God to help you, tell Him the truth. Let Him into those areas where you have pain and unforgiveness. Let Him clean the inside of you. Let the interior house of your inner man be swept clean. And let's go hard after God. So chapter 12, awesome, blah, blah, blah. But here's the verse that really messes with me. 12 verse 15. Looking carefully, lest anyone fall short of the grace of God, lest any root of bitterness spring up, causing trouble. By this many have become defiled. Many. So this is something we need to take seriously. Now, here's what I think. I think, honestly, we are all 2 or 3 steps away from grievous sin. Really. You mix my little bit of pain with a bad day, some rough circumstances, boom. I have found that bitterness can spring up inside of 5 minutes. Really. We have got to take these things seriously. Pretty soon that bad day, that difficult circumstance, that little bit of pain goes unchecked 3-4 months down the road, 5-6 months down the road. Pretty soon we become dull. We're more dull toward the Lord. We're more dull towards our friends. We're more guarded with our heart. When in reality, if we had just stopped, taken the time to ask for forgiveness for those areas, to release forgiveness to other people. Some of you are dealing with real injustice issues. I get that. But if you can release those areas where you've been mistreated to the Lord, He will take vengeance. He will take justice on your behalf. And we need to release these things to the Lord because I don't want to be a doom and gloomer, but truth be told, you don't deal with this, 10 years down the road, you're in an adulterous relationship. 10 years down the road, you're dealing with drug issues. 10 years down the road, your heart is so cold. Now, am I trying to scare you? No. I'm saying wake up, be alert. Realize you have enough components in you right now that you can become bitter and defiled. I don't want that for you. I don't want that for me. We need help on this journey. God is our help. Honesty is the key. Bringing things in the light with other people is critical to success on this journey. So look at Hebrews 12:15 today. And then meditate with Psalm 139. And ask the God who searches you and knows you, ask him if there's any offensive way in you today. And if there is, confess it. Find out the freedom that there is in confessing your sin before Jesus, being washed again from that which can defile you, to get freed up, clean, to have your interior life, your inner man managed, governed under the lordship of Jesus so that you can live alive and vital. Pod Queen thinks, let's just deal with this stuff, really. Let's root out today bitterness. Let's root out unforgiveness and live with the happy spirit before Jesus.